So, there has been one thing that people have been asking me for ages.
Midnight, ¿por qué estás tan guapo y tan alto?
Well, and that one too, my Spartan. But one of the questions that I've gotten in these past weeks since the next-gen consoles were announced was that if I thought that Doom Eternal is going to come out for the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlett too. And well, I got some evidence backing that theory up. You know, some people might say that it will be obvious that Doom Eternal is going to come out for next-gen consoles too, but if we take as an example the jump from last-gen consoles to current-gen consoles, there were a lot of games that were released a year prior the launch of next-gen consoles, Xbox One and PS4, and weren't released for that generation. For example, Halo 4 was released in 2012 but didn't come out on the Xbox One as a standalone game. It only came out with the MCC, the Master Chief Collection. Gears of War Judgment came out months before the release of the Xbox One, and still the game wasn't released for that console too. So if you are saying that it is obvious that Doom Eternal is going to come out for next-gen consoles too, then you might be in the wrong because it is not obvious. It is not obvious, my Spartan. Just like in this generation of consoles, not because Days Gone, a highly anticipated zombie game, comes out in a few days, it doesn't mean that it is going to be released in next-gen consoles too. So yeah, it is not obvious, my beautiful Spartan. If you want me to go full-on try-hard mode when Doom Eternal comes out, you know, doing all kinds of crazy things, Easter eggs, full campaign playthroughs, tips and tricks, glitches, hacks, speedruns, honing noobs in multiplayer, invasion mode gameplay, and basically all you can think of, all you gotta do is support the channel, my Spartan. Leave a like and a comment in this video. Oh, and do not forget to follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitch, please. Last night, I was thinking that if it was possible for Doom Eternal to come out on the PS5 and Xbox Scarlett. The only thing we know about this game is that we have been shown gameplay on a super duper high-end PC, like my beautiful PC, and on the Stadia platform. The PC platform doesn't get affected by this because the PC Master Race is not adhered to a generation, because the PC Master Race never stops, it just keeps running forever. Anyways, Doom Eternal is going to be running on the new id Tech 7 engine, which can display 10 times the geometric detail in the game. I am not a game developer, so I do not really know what that means in its entirety, but what I get about that is that if id Tech 6 was able to show a square, then id Tech 7 can show the same square but as a sphere because of physics or whatever. I really need to study, yeah. But anyways, I think that it is pretty obvious that the original Xbox One and PS4 are going to have a really bad time trying to run Doom Eternal. My Xbox One already has a bad time loading the assets for Doom 2016. Every time I start a map or something, the textures take time to load, and at first it looks pretty ugly, like it looks ugly. It's not new that the Xbox One and PS4 launched really underpowered. That's why both Microsoft and Sony released another version of their consoles called the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro to make up for what they were promising. Doom Eternal is obviously going to run well on both the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. Damn, even the game is going to run on the Nintendo Switch, but it is going to be locked on 30 frames per second. But anyways, it is going to be running on the Nintendo Switch. In the last couple of days, the PlayStation 5 has been getting a lot of attention. First of all, apparently the console is going to have crazy specs that you can only find in super duper high-end PCs. It is going to be able to upscale to 8K resolutions, load maps and games 19 times faster than the PS4 Pro, and this is the duper one, and it will have a backwards compatible feature in which apparently not only can you play all of the previous PS4 titles, but you can also play all of the titles from previous generations. PS1, 2 and 3. If that is true, then for PS4 players, playing Doom Eternal on the PlayStation 5 is going to be a piece of cake. And the same goes for the Xbox Scarlett too. Microsoft hasn't disclosed which specs the console is going to have, but they did say that their console, the Xbox Scarlett, was going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 5, and that it was going to have similar attributes, like backwards compatibility with previous Xbox generations. But the question was whether or not Doom Eternal was going to release as a next-gen title too. Even though we haven't gotten any type of answer by Bethesda or id Software, the engine in which Doom Eternal runs or was built from is very powerful. And even though the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro are really powerful, id Software might be taking into account that in order to show the true potential of this game in consoles, a more powerful console might be needed. You can look at it yourself. The game has breathtaking graphics, always running at 20 frames per 20, always running at 60 frames per second, rendering real-time animations every single second because of Repentera, amiguito, and there's a lot of things happening at the same time in the game. Even though id Software is the king of optimization, you know, Vanilla Doom can run on everything, and we all know that famous meme of, but can your toaster run Doom? Damn, Doom Eternal is even running on Stadia. How? I do not even know, but that is a great feat, and if Google is able to push through the launch with a positive performance, then they deserve our applause. Just like that. But well, if I was to bet that if Doom Eternal was to come out on the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlett, I will bet even my car, because I know that it will be true. Games like Destiny or Call of Duty both launched on last gen and current gen consoles. Why? Simple, because they were the crowd's favorites back in the day. Halo 4 also came out for next generation consoles in the form of the Master Chief Collection, and now that literally everyone and their mother are talking about Doom Eternal, in a business standpoint, it would be a really bad idea to only release Doom Eternal for this generation of consoles. I'm not saying that this generation of consoles are underpowered. The Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro are outstandingly powerful, but again, I think the game will show its true console potential if it comes out on the next generation of consoles. If you search Doom Eternal on Google, it will say that the game is only coming out for the PS4, Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch, but we still have both E3 and QuakeCon for the big announcements. And being that this year's QuakeCon is a year of Doom, most likely the big news will be on QuakeCon 2019. The developers from id Software said that Doom Eternal is made to squeeze all of the hardware power from the latest console versions, including the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. Also saying that Doom Eternal is a game made for the, in quotes, the next generation of consoles in mind. id Software also stated that Doom Eternal is going to literally abuse and punish current gen consoles like the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. The id Tech 7 engine is designed to be for the next generation of consoles and games, but as Marty Stratton said, the engine is also very scalable, hence why they are going to have different versions of the game for each console on the market. So in a sense, depending on which version of the Xbox or PS4 you are playing, the game will run differently. And it makes sense because if the game is meant to draw every last drop of processing power from the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, then the original Xbox One and PS4 Pro is going to die trying to render and process the game in its entirety if the Tech 7 engine wasn't scalable. So it does make sense. So I guess that if I want to play Doom Eternal like it did back in QuakeCon last year, I will have to get the latest PC hardware, like maybe an RTX 2080 Ti slapped together with an i9 processor. I'm obviously not going to use the full power of the i9, but hey, at least it will not bottleneck or something. And well, if the id Tech 7 is an engine designed to be used for the next generation of consoles, and that Doom Eternal is punishing consoles like the Xbox One X to its utmost limits, then it is pretty safe to say that the game will come out for the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlett next year. Even though it hasn't been set in stone, that is highly possible, but well, If your plan was to play Doom Eternal like it did in QuakeCon of last year, then I think you will have to need to equip yourself with an Xbox One X or a super duper high-end PC like mine. This baby can run everything except Minecraft, god damn it. But still, the id Tech7 engine is very scalable, so you will be able to play the game on the vanilla Xbox One and the PS4. Yet again, it's software telling us again why they are the kings of optimization. But anyways, that is just a theory, a Doom theory. And so, okay, Spartans, please let me know down in the comment section what you think about this video. Leave a like if you did, and leave a dislike if you didn't. As always, I always appreciate your support. Do you think that Doom Eternal is going to come out for the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlett? Please let me know your comment down below. Do not forget to follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Join the Discord server, you will not regret it, and yes. And so, okay, Spartans, that is all for today. If you guys like the video, slap a like on it, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, take care, and I love you very much. Thank you for watching, Spartans, I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.